Welcome to the Not Your Average Marriage podcast, hosted by my mom and dad, Shanita and Rashad.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Not Your Average Entanglement podcast. Yes. So we decided to come up here and talk about this recent.
We didn't decide. We actually had a request.
Yeah, we had a request.
Come up here.
We did have a request to come up here. And discuss.
I was drug in. It wasn't. It was. He just told me this today.
Yeah. So sometimes it's like that. So we had a request to come up here and discuss the entanglement issue that stemmed from Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk that just dropped. And it's very interesting. Very interesting because I think we all kind of know about their relationship. And
we all think we know.
Or think we know. Yeah, we think we know a lot. And it's just very interesting to see these celebrities kind of go and discuss their kind of intimate, private issues in a very public forum. So there's a lot that came out, and there's some interesting things that came out. And I figured since this is a kind of a marriage podcast, I think it's a good forum for us to discuss, or a good topic for us to discuss. So where should we begin?
You have all the.
I do have a couple notes, but
all
right. So
y'all, he played it back like he was in class. He probably didn't take notes like that in class.
I probably didn't. That's a fact. So I guess let's talk about what happened, because if you're not aware, everybody knows who Will Smith is. Everybody knows who Jada is. But they had an issue a while back.
I don't know the whole issue with August. Because he came out first.
So we need to go back.
Said something. I don't know what that.
Okay, let's rewind. Let's rewind. August Alsina, who is a rapper / singer. He's a singer, but he kind of has rap, sing, kind of those hybrid type, one of those hybrid dudes. He had some substance abuse issues, and so he went on the Red Table Talk to kind of get those issues squared away. And so he went on the Red Table, and I think that's kind of where, and I don't know if him and Jaden are real close. I don't know if that's the case or not, but apparently he was on the Red Table and they discussed all the substance abuse issues. All right. This was 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. Let me stop you.
Sure.
I was asking about recently when August Alsina came out and said something about him and Jada, because yes, the Red Table Talk happened.
Yes.
But you can't tell the story like you know what happened. You can't say Red Table Talk happened, then the Smith family started helping him out, then they got into a relationship. You can't tell the whole story like it's your story. No, you can't do that. So just stick to the facts. So recently, August Alsina just came out.
So let me preface
and said
this.
Something about him and Jada.
Okay, so let me
just
preface
tell me that part.
Okay, let me preface this by saying August Alsina went out and did an interview with Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club. Okay. And this is all in the midst. And I'll say this this kind of goes into where I think this is going, but this is in the midst of discussing a recent album that he put out. Okay. And so some of the topics that are on that album are what they talked about. And that's the Jada issue is on this. You know, he's in entertainment.
Gotcha.
He writes music. He's inspired from his experiences. So
there you go, inferring again, but go ahead.
No, he did. Okay. All right. So it was brought up, obviously, because everybody knows, going back, stemming from the Red Table Talk, it was said that he had a relationship with Jada. He's
on
been
the Red
saying,
Table Talk.
No. This is after the Red Table Talk, but this was years ago.
Media has been saying it.
No, he said it.
So he has said it before this interview he just had on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, but everybody thought he was lying.
Okay.
So, and I think what happened was he came out and said, yes, we are in a relationship. We were in a relationship. And after they got back together, after Will and Jada got back together, she kind of kicked me to the curb. And his feelings was hurt.
I mean, it is Will Smith, so.
Okay, that's beside the point. His feelings were hurt. He was in love with Jada because
got it.
She came out and confirmed on her Red Table Talk that they were in fact in a relationship.
You going again. You don't know the man's love life. You don't know if he was in love or not.
He was in. It's all, dude. This man was distraught. August Alsina was distraught. Okay, and you could tell he's still hurt. He is still hurt.
Continue with the facts, please.
Okay, he is still hurt.
Okay.
So that do we have enough backstory?
It's Jada. I can.
Do we have enough? Do you have enough backstory?
Yes, I just didn't know about the whole Breakfast Club, and I didn't know how the issue came about. I didn't know he was talking about his album and all of that. But okay, that makes sense.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
it was assumed.
I've seen on social media when people was like, "Oh, because I've seen it said this and that," but I didn't know about the whole interview or whatever. So thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, but it all stemmed from the original Red Table Talk. That's why I brought that up, because. Again, I feel, and I don't know if I should jump right into this.
Go ahead.
But I feel like August Alsina was used. He was used as a pawn in this relationship between Jada and Will. So at some point, again, going back 4 or 5 years ago, Will Smith and Jada broke up. They broke up. Which was confirmed on this Red Table, the most recent Red Table Talk that they had, and. They broke up, and Jada went out and had an entanglement. Okay? She had an entanglement with August Alsina. All right? So, I feel like, this is just my personal opinion, this man was in a vulnerable position. Jada used this. I feel like she took advantage of this young man. He was in a vulnerable spot. She knew that because she says it in the Red Table Talk. She knows that man was in a vulnerable spot. Yeah. She was in a not so good relationship with Will. Hey, we both hurt. Let's hurt together. Let's be hurt together. Okay?
Absolutely.
And so I think one thing led to another. And when it was convenient, she then went back to Will when I guess they were still working on things and kicked August Alsina to the curb. And August Alsina was still
broken
in love. So he's hurt right now.
Yeah, I get it. It happens every day.
But does that make it okay?
It doesn't make it okay. I'm absolutely not saying it's okay. But it happens every day. I think it's just heightened, and everybody want to have an opinion now because it's Jada, Will, and August. It's absolutely not okay, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like it was two broken people that got together. Jada is completely broken herself. Jada has been broken since her and Will Smith got together. Like, they have been going through issues.
Are you inferring, or do you know?
No, I'm saying from interviews that
you're inferring. Okay.
Listened to.
You're inferring. Continue.
And she also said on the Red Table Talk herself. But she was broken as well. I mean, and they said they had broken up by Will Smith's choice. You know, he was like, he was just done with her. She needed to figure out what she needed to do for herself. So she was completely broken as well. I think two broken people got together out of being broken, because that's what hurt people and broken people do. They feed off of each other. And I think that's what happened. Now, broken people, when they realize, shoot, I probably shouldn't have did that. I just messed my whole life up. And I think that's what she realized, and she went back to her husband. Yeah,
so now I will say that all is fair game, since they technically did break up. They were, if you let them tell it.
They were separated.
Okay.
Technically, they were still married, but they were
based
separated.
on what they said, they were in a position where they didn't know they were going to get back, if they were going to get back together or not.
He said that he thought that was the end.
I'm just speaking from a technicality standpoint, that yes, what Jada did was okay. That's fine. But you shook your head. Why?
I didn't shake my head. I know. I'm just saying, like, they were broken up. Like, Will said that was the end. He had no intention of them getting back together at the time. Yes. Right.
So my thing is, that's cool. But my thing is, you left August out there. Like, and for you to, I feel like this is me inferring. I feel like Jada knew that she was going to get back with Will eventually. They were going to work things out. This is my feeling. My gut, I could be completely way off base.
Right.
But I'm thinking that she knew at the end of the day she was going to get back with Will, and she used August as a feel-good mechanism. Just let me, a side piece.
No. Again, maybe. But again, like I said, I think she was broken. And I mean, her and Will been together for 25 years. Yeah. They've been together for a long time. They got together early when they were younger. And sometimes, broken people feel like it's more out there I can do, or it's something I'm missing. And, she was already broken. Are you saying that, after she realized, what she was looking for, she still didn't find it, and she wanted her family back together, she should have just stayed with August? Like, I feel like all the time people are like, oh man, yeah, I made a mistake. I'm glad, I was able to work through it, whatever. Is she not allowed to make mistakes either?
At the expense of an innocent person? No.
People do it every day.
That's true. But that don't make it right.
People that are married do it every day. They be like, we was just talking about it. What sermon was we listening to? And they said, was it Donnie from church? He was like, they say they made a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake. Like, you sinned. Like, people make mistakes all the time. No, it was our small group. When he said, people be like, oh, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But you knowingly did that. Like, people say it all the time where they have entanglements in their marriage, and they be like, oh, I made a mistake. And, they get back together, they work it out, and all is well.
Yeah, but I think those...
Is it not okay?
I think those are mistakes that are... Okay, you go out and mess with somebody. You go out, you get wasted one night, and you sleep with somebody else. That's like, all right, there's no relationship. They built a relationship together, like, and you led that man on, like that. Those are two different issues, in my opinion. Like, no, but going out and having a one night stand.
But that's not the only situation where people. Let's be clear. That's not the only situation
I agree.
Where people like I made a. Some people go out and have a whole nother child.
That's true.
And say I made a mistake.
100%. But again, that you having a child as a mistake in a one night stand scenario is different from you having a confirmed relationship that each person confirmed, and then you just get up and leave this person. I'm just speaking up for the innocent August Alsina here, because I feel like he was an innocent bystander in the situation. That's just my opinion.
Kinda. I mean, at the end of the day, he still knew he was getting into an entanglement with a married woman.
No, that's not legally. Yes. Legally married. Okay. But I guarantee you that she led him on and said, hey, you know what? Me and Will
ain't getting back together because Will said he ain't want her back at the time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes this not okay for me. And you know what? Okay, let's put it like this.
Because her or Will didn't think they would get back together. They both said that.
Right. Okay, that's true. They both did say that. But at the same time, I feel like there's regardless of that fact. Let me get my thought out. I think that you, in being in a quote unquote, a therapist relationship. Okay, let's put it. The rest what the red tables are. It's a therapy session, right?
So we going back to that. I thought you meant their relationship.
Okay, where it started. So you being in a role to help this man out in a, I'm not going to say motherly type, figure. I'm not going to say that. But in a figure where he's looking to you for some assistance. Mm-hmm. You can't get, that's like, what's the laws where you're not supposed to like be in a relationship with your client?
But is she a real counselor therapist?
But it's the same. But that's not my point. That's not my point. She's not a real therapist. That's not my point. My point is that this man has issues. Mm-hmm. He's in a vulnerable state. You can't then.
But what we're missing out on, I am in no way saying that Jada or August or anybody was okay in what they did in the situation. But you are missing the fact that he's not the only one broken. Clearly, Jada has some issues as well. But because she wasn't an alcoholic, she didn't have health issues and other stuff that you can blatantly see. Nobody is seeing that. She is a broken person as well.
Can I ask, this is just a completely ignorant question. Just answer it, please. Okay, just answer it.
Oh,
I'm going to ask a question.
Oh my God.
Can broken people fix broken people?
They cannot, but they think they can.
So this whole red table talk is a sham. She can't be out here hosting red table talk trying to fix people.
I mean, I wouldn't go up there, but I mean, it's good to watch.
A broke person is not about to fix me.
Who says she fixing people up there?
That's what the red table is about. You go to the red table to get fixed.
How many red table talks have you watched?
None.
Thank you. Thank you.
I watched two. No, I watched two. But is that not the purpose?
What was the other one you watched?
I watched the August joint.
And then the one tonight.
Yeah. No, that's not true. I watched like the first one. But what? Okay, from a person that watched the red table talks.
I never thought it was something for her to fix people. I just
that's
always
what you go.
It was
you go up there to the release
for them because she's usually like the interviewer. She's usually like to release.
Accounts.
That's what I see.
Okay,
it's
so
usually
you
like a release.
Okay,
she's usually like asking them questions. I will say she do try to give a little advice every now and then. But again, I won't go up there. But it's very entertaining. At the end of the day, it's for entertainment purposes only.
I agree, but this is why.
I mean, if I'm gonna get some advice, I'm going to a professional. I'm not going to a professional
But
actress.
This is why I'm against. This is why I'm so hard on Jada, because you knew this man was in a messed up situation, and apparently, and I didn't know she was in a messed up situation, but you're in a messed up situation too, and both of y'all, two broken people, and she's in a vulnerable state, he's in a vulnerable state, and y'all get together. Like that's not a good thing. Like I feel like she should have never been in that scenario. You know what I'm saying? But okay.
But maybe she thought she was because some broken people, they get to a point in their life where they feel like they have fixed themselves, or they're at a point where they're fixed enough and they can see when they get back to that broken state and they can bring themselves back. And I think that may have been where she thought she was, and that she was in a position where she was fixed and she was okay and she could help fix someone else. And a lot of times that's not the situation. You're still broken, but you don't see it until you get into an entanglement with someone else that's just as broken.
Okay. So, and again, this is my personal opinion. Had it not been August,
right,
it would have been all good, in my opinion.
Why?
Because her and Will were broken up. You go out and get in a relationship with anybody else that was not on the red table talk, and you're not trying to fix them.
You mean what you're saying is get in a relationship with anybody else that wasn't famous that you knew, because it still could have been another broken person, but we wouldn't be talking about that broken person.
That not been on the. No, if we would have found out, it would have.
No, we wouldn't be talking about them because we don't know them don't know them like y'all think y'all know August.
I don't
y'all
know
wouldn't
August
have been
like
talking
that.
about these people.
I know August had some substance abuse issues, and that's why he was on the red table.
Yeah.
But it could have been I'm saying, had it been anybody else that was not broken or easily taken advantage of, then it would have been cool. Let's just leave it at that. Blanket statement, had it not been a vulnerable person, then it would have been good with me.
That's terrible to say.
No, because I'm just saying that what I'm saying, I'm trying to get to the point that it's okay because they were broken up. They were broken up. It's okay for her to go out and do her thing. They apparently agreed to that it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You go, Will said it, you go fix you.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently it was okay. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it's okay had you gone out and did your thing.
Just don't do it with another broken famous person.
Not famous. That you was jumping.
Yeah, because if it was anybody else that could have been just as broken, this wouldn't be all out there like this.
True.
Everybody wouldn't have an opinion.
That's true. But
even if y'all knew this man, whoever, if it was some other random person that was broken, even if y'all knew, we wouldn't still be talking about this. We'd be like, oh, it was Jada, so who wouldn't, because it's Jada. We wouldn't be talking about it like this.
True. But that's not my point. Famous or not. At the end of the
day, it's Jada Pinkett Smith. You got a whole bunch of friends that's broken that would have been all up in Jada as well, because it's Jada.
Now, had Jada talked to Larry, I'd have been like, nah, Jada, nah, you can't do that.
No, you wouldn't. You would have been the man one.
I would have been like, go ahead, Jada. Larry. Do it, Larry. But all right, so okay, let me jump into a couple questions that I had as I was watching this video. Okay, I have some questions. As I was watching Red Table Talk, I stopped, took some notes. Okay, here's what I had. So Jada said she wanted to feel good. She wanted to go out and feel good again.
She did.
Can you explain to me from a woman's perspective what that means? What does go out and feel good mean again?
So you know what? When I heard her say that, you know what I thought about? When the whole issue with Aisha Curry, when she was like...
Here we go.
It made me think about that. But no, okay. I'm coming from a woman / again, I have left the field of social work, but you made me come back to it every time.
Yeah, with the book. The gray book, the big gray book.
But I feel like, again, they've been together for 25 years. They got 2 grown children. They got together when they were barely grown. And again, she's always said that she's flawed, and she has, she's talked about her dad on Red Table Talks, the ones you missed. You should go back.
I missed those.
They were really interesting.
Yeah, I missed those.
Because her mom was up there. Her mom talked about the domestic violence that Jada witnessed and all this that kind of stuff.
That's what made her broken.
She has a lot of stuff that made her broken.
Okay.
But I mean, I just feel like, I don't know, but I feel like her as a person, her personality, being with somebody for so long, sometimes she goes through those spurts of not knowing who she is or what she wants or what she's doing. And I think that's what it was at that moment. She probably just didn't know what she wanted, or what she had at the time was what she wanted. She wasn't. Sometimes broken people feel good in different kind of ways. They can be like, oh, I have this wonderful family, wonderful husband, I feel good. And then later she like, okay, I got all this stuff, but what is it? Like, I don't feel like I used to feel when she with Tupac at some point? When I was with Tupac. Like, I want to feel like that again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe,
that's too much. That's too much for me. That's, you're not about to do that. We not about to build 25 years and then you want Tupac back. Like, nah, we not doing that.
I mean, I want Tupac back right now, but
we probably do need Pac, but that's not the point. That's not the point. We're not about to do that.
But I'm just saying, I mean, the lady has issues, y'all, of her own. Okay, we cannot deny that part.
I'm not.
Cannot deny that part. She just wanted to feel good. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know. Will wasn't making her feel good at the time.
Oh, so we're going to blame Will.
No, I'm not blaming Will.
That's what you just said.
Apparently, she thought Will wasn't making her feel good. I don't believe if I was with Will, I would have a problem.
Next question. All right. So they also mentioned making mistakes without the fear of losing your family. And Will said that. They said that it's okay. They said that being in a relationship where you feel like making a mistake, like you can make a mistake without the fear of losing your family.
In what context was that? Was he saying? Wait, what?
He was saying that in the state that they're in right now, after they got back together, he made a statement that we're in a place where we can make mistakes. It feels good to be in a situation where we can make mistakes without the fear of losing your family. So that kind of threw me off because I'm like, man, like you just went through all this.
But he did say, he was like, I don't want to go through this again.
Yeah, but then that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. Do you have? Which goes into my other question. That goes to my other question is that do you really have to go through all of that? Do all these issues to prove that you in a ride or die situation?
Okay, well, first, maybe he meant without the fear of losing your family because their kids are adults now. Maybe he meant that.
Maybe he did.
They're at the point where it's just them. What'd you say? Do you have to go through all that?
Like, yeah, he was like, do we have to go? My question is, do you have to go through all that?
I don't think you have to. Definitely no. I don't think you have
thank
to.
You. Because I completely disagree with that.
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to have my back. Like, no matter what, you're going to be there. But what I would imagine is that them going through what they went through has made them stronger. That's what I would imagine.
Yeah, but then the way it was framed is like, yeah, we went through all this, and this made us stronger, and I'm glad we went through this. That's kind of like where I got, and I'm like, nah, like you don't have to go through all. No, that's how they portrayed it, and then that's when he jumped back and said, I don't want to go through it again, but I'm glad we went through this because now we're much closer. That's how I took it.
And I think because at that point he said, like, I think at that point he was just completely through with Jay. Like, he was tired, not tired. He was tired. At that point, he was just completely through. But maybe they came out of it learning more about each other than they ever knew.
I don't think
after 25 years. Well, at the time, probably was like 20 years.
So this is Rashad talking. This is for all the people in relationships out there. You don't have to go through all that. Like, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
You don't.
What I didn't like about it is probably some people watching, be like, "Dang,
yeah,
they went through all the So
that's
my
point.
Husband just cheated on me, so I'm gonna be good
that's
because
my
we gonna
point.
come out stronger."
Like, nah, you don't.
Please don't do that.
You don't do that. You don't have to accept that. And my thing is, you don't like. Okay, people make mistakes, and I'll go back to something. Our relationship a long time ago. This was years ago. It's like what, year 2?
I don't know what you're talking
about. Year 2, the Facebook thing.
Year two of us dating.
Yeah, of us dating. Correct. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is way earlier in the game. Like year 1, year 2, and I was out talking to some other chick on Facebook or whatever. This is back when college students were only people allowed to get on Facebook.
You was trying to get an entanglement.
Yeah, I was. I didn't get. I was entangled, but I didn't. The mint.
You got caught before the entanglement.
Yeah, the mint. Happened. I was entangled, but the mint did not happen yet. But yeah, but like, and so I remember, I'll never forget this night. We was out and we was at a club, and yeah, you see, you shaking your head. We was at the club and you did some get back or whatever, and at that point, this nothing major. She was dancing with another dude, and that sent me off the rails. And at that point, like, I was like, you know what? All right, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to go through something major. It can be something as minor as that. You know what I'm saying? You don't go through somebody getting to a complete other entanglement to build your relationship. Don't wait until that point. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to go through that to prove that one is a ride or die or not. Like, I completely disagree with that. That was a shake my head moment. Yeah. I was like, are they really saying that? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. So I don't know.
Maybe the difference is we're not as broken from the beginning as they are.
Everybody has their issues.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
A couple.
Everybody has it, and I got them too. Yeah, everybody has
a good
issues.
Amount.
Nobody's perfect.
But people deal with it differently, and they process it differently. And
yeah,
some
but
people
you don't
never learn how to deal with it.
Nah, that you don't go into. You don't get into a whole other entanglement though. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that
because they're broken. And maybe Will is one of those people that's just gonna keep trying to fix her every time.
Man, you know what? I want to send a shout out to Will because
I don't know. Whoa. Reel it back.
Shout out to Will.
At the end, he did. Somebody said that he got her back for this entanglement. So I'm wondering, did he get an entanglement himself?
That was my last question. Is I wonder what Will's entanglement get back was. I wonder what he did. One can only guess. But I'm sure he did.
It shall come out.
It's probably gonna come out. But I forgot where I was going with that.
My bad.
Yeah, you threw me off.
You said shout out to Will.
No. Oh yeah, shout out to Will because I feel like Will was. I feel like Will super hurt. Even reliving this whole thing. Yeah, I think they played the comedy off. Like he was trying to laugh through the whole thing,
but I feel like he was hurt. That's what he do,
bro. I feel like he was hurt, man. I feel like he was hurting it. Like he was laughing and playing things off, and they was he bad boys. But nah, like I feel like he was hurt through that whole thing and didn't want to go through revisit that whole thing. And I feel like he did a good job at, you know what I'm saying, at holding it together, because I feel like that would hurt, that would destroy me.
Right.
Like if that happened to me, like I would be super angry.
I'm not doing this. You can go to the red table by yourself.
Yeah, like I would be Nah, like there's certain things that I just, it would take me a long time to recover from.
So in conclusion, what is your whole takeaway or opinion about the situation?
First of all, I want to say props to them for even discussing this, because they could have went out and not said anything, and this would have went under the rug, and everything would have been all good. Yeah, exactly. But they came out, they discussed it, and shout out to them for doing that. And I feel like another shout out to them for like staying together. You know what I'm saying, and making it work, because again, either one of them could have easily walked away, and it would have been, it would have been over. But they decided to, and that's what marriage is about, right? You're gonna go through issues, you're gonna have your ups and downs, and they decided to stick together, and they made it work. So shout out to them, because it's not easy, and you're gonna have ups and downs. They went way up and went way down, like it was too far. They went way down into the trenches. But I just want to keep my down like here. Like if we here, my down needs to be here, not there. They went way down. So, but they ended up keeping it together and made it work. So shout out to them. So that's what marriage is all about.
In conclusion, for me, again, I want to throw out that disclaimer. In no way am I defending Jada.
She did.
I am not defending Jada, but I am also not judging anyone or their marriage. Every marriage is different. Everybody is different.
True.
Everybody's past situation is different. So I just wanted to put out another viewpoint of why things may have happened the way they did. But at the end of the day, it's their marriage. It's not ours. It's not yours. It's theirs. They do what they need to do for their marriage and their family. Stuff happens. If they want to get over it and do what they did and get back together, then that's their business.
It's a fact.
So at the end of the day, who
are me? Who are me to judge? Who are me to judge?
Who am I to judge? Will and Jada can do what they want to do in their relationship. I wish August all the best.
Man, shout out to August, man, because he was telling the truth the whole time. I didn't believe him. I thought he was making
he said it a while back. I mean, I don't.
He said this a long time ago. I thought he was lying. I was like, bro, you did not bag Jada. You lying. You lying, dude. You did not do that. Okay, you didn't do it, and he did it. Right. And shout out to him for that. But he keeping it together, and he released it all on music. And he released the album, and so shout out to him for doing that.
So yeah, let's just stop judging.
Who
Jada.
are me to judge?
I mean, y'all don't know her life.
I don't.
You don't know her life. You don't know her marriage. And if Will wanted her back, and they got back together, and that's their business.
That's a fact. All right. Yeah.
All right. So our ending question for today: how would you feel if I was in an entanglement?
Yo, I was about to say, fam, I know they didn't put that question up there.
No, I'm just playing. Okay.
I was about to be hot, bro. I was like, yo, how do they have entanglement up there that quick? All right, go ahead.
Okay, for real. All right, the question is.
Don't make me laugh like that again. Go ahead.
What has grown in our relationship over time?
Communication.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, communication. That's an easy question. We had some really bad communication issues early.
Really bad.
Like not even like in marriage, like even prior to marriage, we had some really bad communication issues to where, she didn't speak, she was shut down, I didn't understand it, and I would get freaking heated, like really mad. And I just wanted you to talk. And I feel like, I didn't understand it. And so, going throughout the years, that has improved. And although, even being married for 10 plus years, there's still some things that I didn't understand. And going through the therapy, I think has helped out even more. I think we are probably in our best space as far as communication goes, and I think the therapy helped out. So my answer to that is easy, and I think it's communication.
Therapy helped out, but an entanglement might help out a little bit.
Nah, more. Okay, no. It's enough with entanglement jokes because I might get mad.
No, but communication is a big one. It was
awful.
It was terrible.
It was awful, man.
It was terrible in the beginning. we have intentionally spent a lot of time working on our communication and making it better. So I would say the same thing. That's the biggest thing that has grown. I guess I think the other thing, if I had to say something else that has grown in our relationship, is the support for each other and the support in our dreams and what different things that the other person wants to take on, just kind of jumping in wherever we can and supporting that person where we can. I just don't think we had the opportunity to do that in the beginning.
I was gonna say, has it really grown?
We just wanted a job.
Yeah, like I don't think that's really grown. I just think that was something that came along with us chasing our dreams, and I just think it's dope when somebody's chasing their dreams. Like, that's just me in general. Like, I feel like, relationship or not, it could be like my best friends, my LBs. Like, I feel like any one of them, I'm gonna support them in what they doing. So but that's nobody
supports you like your.
That's true.
Like your partner.
No, that's true. But what I'm saying is that's innate in me. Like, that's already gonna happen. And so when it is my spouse, this is that much more amplified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, that came along with us doing that. And I know we get up here and talk about, businesses and dreams. That's because it's come along. Like, if you, and we're gonna do an episode on this one day, but if you understand,
it's hard. And it's hard to support somebody in the beginning when the businesses and the dreams don't work out,
and you make mistakes. And when you make serious, big time mistakes, and that person still rides with you and understands, what happens, and is cool with it, and just rides with it and say, we're gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Like, that's something that, it's tough. And we're gonna have a whole nother episode dedicated to that, and we'll go through specifically kind of our journey. I think that's.
It just came along.
I think it just came. Yeah, I don't think it's grown, but I think it's
communication would be the biggest one for us because it was terrible.
It is.
It was terrible.
It's still a work in progress. Like,
I think it will always be a work in progress.
Right.
As we grow, we develop different interests, different things, and I just think over time people change, and so I just think communication is something you always need to work on and continue to develop.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely the biggest thing that's grown for us.
All right. Is that gonna wrap it up?
I think that'll wrap it up.
It's gonna wrap up the entanglement episode.
Interesting, surprising episode that I didn't know I was gonna be doing today. But thank you for the request.
Yeah.
And I guess anytime stuff like this come up again, just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We're gonna rock with it.
I mean, because we're gonna talk about it anyway, whether it's between the two of us or if y'all want to hear the conversation.
Yeah, she wanted to talk about it in the car. I'm like, just wait, just hold it.
No, because you told me in the car, you was like, oh, we got a request to do this, and I'm like, oh yeah, so I'm starting to talk. He's like, nah, don't talk about it. Don't say nothing.
It's better when you don't discuss the issues and it comes out on camera live. And I think it was good.
Okay.
It's a great episode. I hope you guys enjoy it because this is good discussion. This is what happens in everyday marriages, like she said. And so it's good to kind of...
Well, it don't happen.
No, entanglements don't happen in this one. But but yeah. I'm not our marriage, but it happens out there. And so...
I'm not for entanglements.
Yeah.
We joke, but
ain't
no entanglement happening.
Yeah, nah. All right. Yeah. So let's end this before.
All right. Thank y'all.
Peace out. We'll see y'all next time.